Hey everyone, I wanted to throw something out there. And this is just my own experience. I, I, I wanted to be a mom and I loved raising my girls. And uh, a lot of, not all of the time, but my identity for a long time was just mom. And then eventually I became, I, I also incorporated being an individual. And, I went to work, so I had other things to talk about. And so I I had things outside of parenting that filled my time. And but yet my daughters were a great percentage of my life, and they filled that space. And when the estrangement happened, I still had to go to work and I still had to get up. I couldn't stop going to work, and I couldn't stop I just couldn't stop functioning. And so it knocked me. It's kind of, it's like Humpty Dumpty fell on the ground. and but uh, and it seemed like no one could put Humpty Dumpty back together again except me. I had to put myself back together. So what I did was I eventually got busy, and then my daughter came back. Oldest daughter came back for a short amount of time and then left again. So then Humpty Dumpty fell off that wall, and I had to get back up again. And so then both of my daughters were estranged and have been for a long time. But anyways, I want to talk about maybe what our estranged children believe about us in general is that they believe, because we've wrapped so much of ourselves up into them, that when they leave, we fall and we can't get back up unless they're a part of our lives, or unless they're throwing us a bone or anything along those lines. And I want to say it is very difficult when our estranged children leave, yet, and it's not but, because it is hard, yet I realized that I still had to take care of myself despite. And the reason I had to take care of myself is not just in case they come back, or eventually if I meet my grandkids, but I have to prove to, well, first and foremost, not just my children, but first and foremost to myself, that life does not begin and end with children. And living a fruitful life, or having peace in your life, is really the greatest revenge. it not I'm not a revenge type person, but I just want to say that since I just started going back to the gym because I gained probably 30 pounds from a couple of years ago. And since I got married and stuff. But I now have the opportunity to take care of myself and to nurture myself, and to allow my life to begin and end with me. And so I just want to say that it's initially, for the first couple of years were rough, only because I was so waiting and hoping that they would just come back and then my life would just be better. For some reason, I led to believe they come back, my life is better, it's complete, this and that, because I didn't think I could live without them. And I don't think of it as living without them. We're just living in separate spaces right now. And so now that I'm taking care of myself and I'm trying to get back into shape and eat healthy, I can be more productive in my own life. And eventually, if they come back, I will be in a much better headspace than if I was a mess laying on the floor crying every day. I just find that I'm going to encourage everyone to start doing something, whether it's taking a walk. You can, if you have a smartphone and a smart TV, you can stream yoga on your television, workouts on your television, and do it right at home. I prefer yoga with Adrienne. She's really good. And her puppy, I think her puppy also does this, sits in the room with her. But do something. It's, even if you take up a craft or take a walk or do 20 squats every do something to get stronger. So when we feel like rug is pulled out from underneath us again, that we can get back up and say, that's okay, because my life begins and ends with me and the people that I love, that love me back, that I live with or I have relationships with. And people will come and go. So I'm just sending out a bit of encouragement to people to do something good for yourself and not allow anyone else's presence or lack thereof to make or break your life. So that's all I have for today. I hope it helps, and we'll talk with you soon. Bye bye.